For centuries, the icy expanse of the Arctic held a tantalizing prize, the Northwest Passage. This sea route, winding through the Canadian Arctic archipelago, promised a shortcut between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. European powers, eager for a trade advantage, poured resources into finding this elusive route. Many brave souls ventured into the frozen north, only to be met with crushing ice and bitter disappointment. The Northwest Passage, it seemed, guarded its secrets jealously. The quest to conquer this frozen labyrinth captured the imagination of explorers and nations alike. Each failed attempt only intensified the desire to solve this Arctic puzzle. The potential rewards were great: shorter trade routes, access to new territories, and the prestige of conquering nature's icy grip. It was into this arena of ambition and peril that Sir John Franklin and his men sailed, carrying with them the hopes of a nation and the dreams of a maritime empire. Their journey, however, would be far different from the one they envisioned. The year was 1845. Britain aimed to claim the Northwest Passage. Sir John Franklin led the expedition. HMS Erebus and HMS Terror were outfitted for the journey. Their hulls were reinforced for Arctic ice. On May 19th, they set sail from Greenhithe. 129 men were aboard. The Arctic awaited. The Franklin expedition's journey began with high hopes. They sailed across the Atlantic, making stops in Scotland and Greenland to take on supplies and make final preparations. In July 1845, they were spotted by whaling ships in Baffin Bay, their spirits high as they entered the treacherous waters of the Canadian Arctic. After that brief encounter, the ships vanished into the vast icy expanse. No word, no trace, no sign of life emerged from the frozen north. Years passed, and the silence from the Arctic grew deafening. Concern turned to anxiety, then to dread, as the fate of the Franklin expedition became a chilling mystery. Back in England, Lady Jane Franklin, Sir John's devoted wife, refused to give up hope. She tirelessly lobbied the Admiralty to launch a search and rescue mission, her unwavering faith in her husband's survival a beacon in the gathering darkness. The Admiralty, initially reluctant, eventually bowed to public pressure and mounted a series of expeditions to uncover the fate of the lost explorers. The search for Franklin had begun, but the Arctic, it seemed, held its secrets close. The vastness of the Arctic made searching for the lost expedition a daunting task. Early search parties found little to unravel the mystery. Whispers emerged from the Inuit, masters of this frozen realm. They spoke of strange ships, trapped and abandoned, tales of white men, desperate and starving, succumbing to the elements. These accounts provided the first clues to the expedition's fate. In 1850, a search party landed on Beechey Island. They found 3 graves marked with wooden crosses. John Torrington, John Hartnell, and William Brainerd had perished. What had claimed their lives? What had befallen their shipmates? The graves deepened the mystery, adding urgency to the search. The Arctic remained tight-lipped, its icy silence haunting. Section 5. A century of silence, the search for answers continues. For decades, the mystery of the Franklin expedition captivated the world. Expeditions, both official and privately funded, ventured into the Arctic, driven by a mix of scientific curiosity, national pride, and the sheer human desire to solve a puzzle. Each new discovery, a discarded piece of equipment, a scrap of clothing, a message hastily scribbled on a scrap of paper, only added to the puzzle, offering tantalizing glimpses into the expedition's final days. One such discovery, made in 1859, sent chills down the spines of those who dared to seek answers. On King William Island, a desolate landmass south of where the ships were last seen, a cairn of stones was discovered. Hidden within it lay a message that confirmed the worst fears. Sir John Franklin had perished in 1847, his expedition ravaged by scurvy, starvation, and the relentless cold. The survivors, the message revealed, had abandoned their ships and attempted to reach safety overland. None succeeded. Section 6. Breakthrough from the deep, discovering the wrecks of Erebus and Terror. The search for the Erebus and Terror, the physical embodiment of the Franklin tragedy, continued well into the 21st century. Armed with advanced sonar technology and guided by Inuit knowledge passed down through generations, explorers finally achieved a breakthrough. In 2014, the wreck of HMS Erebus was discovered, lying in relatively shallow water off King William Island. 2 years later, the HMS Terror was found remarkably well preserved in Terror Bay. These discoveries sent a wave of excitement through the archaeological community and reignited public fascination with the Franklin expedition. The discovery of the ships, frozen in time, offered a unique opportunity to peer into the past, to understand the everyday lives and struggles of the men who sailed aboard them. They were no longer just names on a memorial, but real people, with hopes, dreams and fears, brought to life by the artifacts they left behind. Section 7. Unlocking the past artifacts and the story they tell. Bringing the Erebus and Terror back to life involved a painstaking process of underwater archaeology. Divers, braving frigid water and challenging conditions, carefully documented the wrecks and recovered artifacts. Each object, from simple eating utensils to navigational instruments, provided a glimpse into the lives of the crew and the challenges they faced. Among the artifacts recovered were personal items, letters from loved ones, books that provided solace during long Arctic nights, and musical instruments that spoke to the crew's attempts to maintain morale in the face of adversity. Scientific instruments preserved in the icy depths provided insights into the expedition's research and the geographical knowledge of the time. These objects, silent witnesses to history, painted a poignant picture of life and death in the Arctic's icy grip. Section 8. The relentless march of time, climate change and the Franklin legacy. The wrecks of the Erebus and Terror, silent sentinels of a bygone era, now face a new threat: climate change. The Arctic, once a fortress of ice and snow, is warming at an alarming rate. Sea ice, which once protected the wrecks from the ravages of time, is thinning and retreating. Storms, more frequent and severe, batter the fragile remains, threatening to erase this tangible link to the past. The race is on to document and preserve what remains of the Franklin expedition. Archaeologists, historians and scientists are working tirelessly, employing cutting-edge technology to create three-dimensional models of the wrecks and digitally preserve the artifacts. Their efforts are a poignant reminder of the importance of safeguarding our shared history, even as the forces of nature threaten to reclaim it. The story of the Franklin expedition is a cautionary tale, a reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of human ambition. Section 9. A timeless tale of courage and tragedy. The story of the Franklin expedition continues to resonate even after more than 170 years. It is a story of courage and determination, of men who faced the unknown with unwavering resolve. It is also a story of tragedy and loss, a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of the Arctic and the price of ambition. The Franklin expedition, though ultimately unsuccessful in its primary goal of finding the Northwest Passage, left an enduring legacy. It contributed significantly to our understanding of the Arctic, its geography, and its indigenous people. It also served as a catalyst for advancements in exploration technology and survival techniques. Most importantly, it serves as a timeless reminder of the human spirit, its capacity for both triumph and tragedy, and the enduring allure of the unknown. The Arctic, once a symbol of insurmountable odds, now stands as a testament to human courage and the enduring power of curiosity. The ice may have claimed their lives, but the spirit of exploration, the thirst for knowledge, and the legacy of the Franklin expedition live on.